Will Juventus ever become a dominant force again? Once one of the scariest teams in the world, and also made their league look like a joke due to winning the league 9 consecutive seasons in a row. During my childhood, it only seemed possible that Juventus could win the league, and my brain couldn't process another team winning the Scudetto. As one particular season, if I'm not wrong, the 2015-16 season, where they started off the campaign poorly and somehow caught up to Napoli, finishing 9 points clear in the end. They basically didn't lose a game in that second half of the season. But now they're about to go sixth season in a row without even coming anywhere near the Scudetto. And at one point, they also managed to reach 2 Champions League finals in 3 seasons, losing out to two of the greatest teams of all time, Prime MSN and Prime Ronaldo. Since 2018, however, they've not managed to reach the semi-finals of a Champions League, and in fact, in the last couple seasons, they've been knocked out by sides they really should be beaten. From Galatasaray to PSV to Villarreal to even getting grouped by Benfica and PSG, they've lost that fear factor, in my opinion, and I've noticed this quite a lot recently. Whenever I see a game, a big game as well, that involves Juventus, I automatically see them as the underdogs. And that's crazy to think, because when growing up, they were one of the European giants. It's crazy how much football can change. The team that may be dominant right now may not be in 10 years' time. But the main focus in this video is, can Juventus become a dominant force again? Let's go through it. The reason why this question popped into my mind is mainly due to Spalletti and Yildiz. Spalletti has won the Scudetto in recent years with a side that went around 30 years for experience in the league title. He made Napoli into a dominant force, and majority of teams in Europe feared playing against them. And I honestly thought we were going to see a Napoli-Manchester City final when the bracket of the Champions League came out after the group stages, as those two teams did look the most dominant by far. But they did unfortunately lose to AC Milan in the quarterfinals, and honestly, I was shocked. They could have won that game anyways. They missed a crucial penalty, if I'm not wrong. Kvaratskhelia missed it, and it just went AC Milan's way over the two legs. Now, Spalletti has impressed me a lot, especially against Galatasaray. The way he helped his side come back from a 3 goal deficit despite having an unfair red card, leaving them with 10 men on the pitch. Ultimately, it didn't lead to anything, as Galatasaray scored 2 goals in extra time, but it was still an impressive performance. He's getting more out of the Juventus players than previous managers have in recent years. He's managing to get more out of one of the most that does not make sense. He's managed to get more out of one of the most expensive signings in recent seasons for Juventus and in their history, Coot Miners. And it's not only him he's helped improve. Locatelli, McKennie, and Thuram. They've all improved so much. So Juventus now, due to Spalletti, have a solid midfield that he's formed himself. They do have their weaknesses, but with a summer transfer window, if Spalletti gets the players he wants in certain positions, such as centre back, one of the fullback positions, or wing back positions, and a new attacker potentially due to Vlahovic leaving on a free, Juventus could definitely challenge for the league title. Under him, they've shown great resilience, even coming back against a Roma side from a 2 goal deficit. A Roma side this season that have probably played the best football they have in a while. He's also shown he's versatile. He varies within the formations he uses. Sometimes he uses the back four, or sometimes he uses the back three. The main reason I do think he'll push for the league title next season is due to his ability to improve players, as I've pointed out before earlier in this video. But this player here, I think he'll help make him explode. Arguably Serie A's best player already, Kenan Yildiz. Majority of us know him. We know he's a talented footballer, but I do still think he's yet to take that step onto the next level. And I think under Spalletti, he'll be able to do so. I'm going to use a player to compare to Yildiz that exploded under Spalletti. Kvaratskhelia. Spalletti can do the same with Yildiz as he did with Kvaratskhelia, help take his game up to the next level. Now the main question is, can Juventus become a dominant force again? And my answer is no, not now anyways. They soon can, but first they need to take small steps at a time. They need to first secure Champions League football, and I think they will be able to do so with their 4-0 win over Pisa this weekend. That's a crucial 3 points and a dominant display. Give Spalletti a pre-season and his own transfer window, and they can try push for the league title next season. They're similar to United in terms of name-wise. They will always be a big club, and whether or not they're having a successful season, players will want to go there because of the history behind the club. Many people view them as the biggest club in Italy, which makes sense as they have the most Scudettos by a mile and 2 Champions Leagues. They have a good core too that can be improved under Spalletti, but we'll have to see if he stays until next season. He may go in the summer, no one's fully sure yet. I think if Spalletti does stay, Yildiz will explode, and he does seem like he wants to stay at the club until he achieves something. But if the board do not make the correct decisions with managers or new arrivals, incomings, your best talent in the last couple seasons will most likely leave. So take advantage of it, and you can't blame him if he wants to leave. But right now, he's not given any signs he wants to leave. That's the end of Ads Talks Ball, everyone. Let me know what you all think. Can Juventus become a dominant force again? Thank you for watching.